Oh, hello, you genetically flawed lumpfishes with delusions of grandeur. It is me, Sam of SG1, coming at you for his Star Trek, the official Starships collection review. This time we're doing, well, firstly, two things. Number one, I've not done a video in a week because work has been kicking my ass, and like properly about 2 weeks I've not done a video. Work has been kicking my goddamn ass, and I took a week off last week, and I just didn't get a chance to do anything. It's just been fucking crazy. So I'm giving you a video now. So yeah, also, this video was made possible by one of my Patreons, Ian Swift. So he was very kindly donated me the XL Nebula class. Thank you, sir. And here, this review is for you. So yeah, so that bit of housekeeping is out of the way. We'll get on into it, shall we? We've got the Nebula class magazine, the U.S.S. Bonchune. This is the ship from Message in a Bottle, the one that pursues the Prometheus class. Now, the one in my box, I don't know if Ian looked at it or anything, was a bit bent up when it came, so that's fun. Yeah, so we've got a nice view of it on the front there. Specification, best appears, best of both worlds, that's the Nebula class. Full debut. Wounded, last seen Endgame, designed by Ed Merkel and Rick Sternbach. We've got a nice CG render of the ship there. I believe this magazine is the same as the regular magazine. I'm not sure because it's put away in the folder, and I should have checked and I didn't. Bad YouTuber bad. And the ship itself is put away, so I can't check either. I've got a stack of fucking ships up here in the boxes, and it could be amongst any of them, so I should have looked, but it's precarious at best anyway. Then we got some history on the Nebula class, sort of in canon and production history, and then we've got the very first appearance, which was the Wounded, then we've got the Phoenix there, and then we've got the sort of redesigning it a little bit. And I believe that shot comes from the Voyager episode Non Sequitur, because you see Nebula class in that episode too. Yeah, they've redesigned it slightly, where they give the flat, more common Nebula class. So that's just my computer bleeping at me. Yeah, so and they redesigned this bit, so made the pylon shorter and the cut-off shorter. And then, like I say, it appears in, there's people working on the model. It appears in Generations there as the Farragut, and then in Voyager as the Bonchune. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Then you got the Wounded. Goes in a bit of a brief write-up about the Wounded there. And the first appearance of the Cardassians. Gulma set, sorry. And then it's also the first appearance of the Galore class as well. And that's it, unfortunately. I think it's a slightly toned down magazine from the actual issue. So we'll put that on there. Oh, slid off. Marvellous. So, join us after the break for a bit of this. Disconnect that so I've got some room. And there is the ship itself, and it is extremely I'll start again. And there is the ship itself. It is a fucking massive ship. It's huge. It's fucking huge. I'm just going to take it off its stand because there's a few things I need to say. So we'll just take it off its stand first. And this is the Bonchune, which is the name of the special effects guy who rendered this in computer in CGI. Sort of threw his own name in there, which is no bad thing. NCC-70915, and it's some really nice detail in there. Although the windows, usual flair for these things, and not aligned. You can see they're not painted in properly. Yes, I think the first row is, but the second row definitely isn't, like that one up there. There's a thing there, that one up there. But other than that, the detail in there is quite nice. You've got the Aztecing going on, it's very nice. You've got the main bridge there, you've got the name and registry. Although, I really wish they hadn't put the the red border around it, because it is just a little off. Yeah, you can see it on the end there more clearly. It's just, there should be a little gap between each letter, around the letter, but there isn't. And I think, like the USS Bonchune there, I think they could have done without the red line, but there you go. Got some nice detail there. We've got the basically it's a Galaxy class saucer section, which I think is wrong as well, because in some Nebula class models, these row windows aren't present, but on the Galaxy they are. So it all depends. It's kind of, the mileage may vary. It depends what episode you're watching with the Nebula class in it. It's one of those type of issues. Then we've got the sensor dome apparatus on the top there. It looks really nice. Some control thrusters. Only problem is this, on my copy, this one is very loose. So I might have to break it off and re-glue it. Yeah, it's a little bit loose there. Got some nice detail on the top, some more sensor things there. You've got Night Federation of Planets. You've got sensor dome, sensor pallets all along there. They're even replicated on the underside as well. I'm not sure what this device is. Could be a phaser array, probably a phaser array. And then on the back there, you've got nice, again, sensor pallets all the way along there. Now, this is a lot better. This has been put in, whereas the original Nebula class didn't. And it's got impulse engines as well. They're not coloured. I'm going to have to colour them myself. Yeah, so you've got input, you've got shuttle bay, you've got the register number, although it's missing the dash after the NCC there, and the USS Bonchune should be there as well. But, overall, very good, very good. So we'll turn it around to the front. As you can see, it has the Galaxy-style deflector dish, whereas, again, there's a variant where this is slightly more, sort of pulled down a bit more. It's got like a different shape to it. And then you've got underside there, NCC-70915, USS Bonchune. Some more of that Aztecing going on. Although, it looks like that's a bit scratched there. Yeah, again, the windows aren't in. Look, that is just wrong. That's wrong as well. Look how far they are out. That is, you know what I mean? That is, what is going on there? Yeah, same at the back. Well, you never know. Actually, these are the only ones that are actually on straight. More lifeboats on the side there. And then we've got the nacelles, and then you've got the star drive section there. I'll show that in a moment. This is a bit lacking in detail, but then again, I suppose it usually is. But you can see the join line. Bit of a shame. See, I'd have put the join line on here, but there you go. You got the nice nacelles with the Starfleet pennant on there. Now this is a bit weird because you've got the TNG style pennants on there, on the bottom, and on this side as well. But you've also got the Voyager Deep Space Nine style pennants and the Enterprise E style pennants on the side there, which is a bit strange. But yeah, it's just a fantastic model. Although, like I say, there are some issues. But then that's the usual flair with these things, isn't it? There are some issues with the Eagle Moss stuff. But for a mass-produced collector thing, it's actually really nice. It could have had plastic in there, but it hasn't. It's got plastic in the nacelles. It's very nice. Now, like I say, mine aren't on straight. This is really heavy as well. That's not assembled correctly. So I might have to break this nacelle off and reattach it. This one seems to be, again, slightly out of alignment. It should be more like that, but there you go. But overall, very nice. Very nice. I said to myself I weren't going to get the big XL ships because I really don't have the space for them. But now I own one, it's very nice. I could consider getting the others as well. Now, the problem I've got is with the stand. I'll just show you the size first before I go into that, because I'll be probably ranting for a little while. This is the Star Trek Online second ship, and I forget what this one is. This is the Chimera. And you can just see how big this ship is. It's fucking huge. In fact, it's bigger. Saucer section is bigger than this ship entirely. That's just how big they are. I can't even get it into frame. It's that big. You know, it's fucking huge. Now, I'm going to just get back on your stand. There we go. Now, I'm just going to move that out of the way and talk about the stand. Anyway, yeah, the sauce section is extremely heavy, which worries me because this is the stand. Now, it sits on the stand fine, but there's a lot of weight resting on these prongs, and I think they're not going to survive long. When you can focus, there you go. I think they're going to not survive very long. I'll show you what I mean. You've got in the normal ships, I'll show you the Bozeman here, which is covered in dust. Do apologise. Let me just clean him up. Right, so this is the Bozeman, because it's just on the side there. It sits on the stand quite nice, and it's got a slight up, slight up curve like all the others do. So it's raised up slightly, so it's pointing a little bit high instead of being flat. Now, this should be the same for the XL Nebula here. However, I will demonstrate it. Right, it goes on the stand fine. I just think I think these prongs should be longer, but there you go. So let me just let me see if I can connect it to the stand. So it goes on it goes on fine, right, and it's pointing up. But watch when I let go. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue for me. You can feel the strain on the stand. Like I said, it fits on the stand fine, but it's just because it's supposed to be like that. But when you let it go, it just points forward. And I'm really worried that those prongs under there are gonna snap. Like I say, it fits on the nacelles, and they go quite a ways in. But because it's quite thin plastic, and it's clear plastic, that ain't gonna stand the test of time under there. I mean, if it was just a bit longer and these were a bit thicker, I think I'd be okay, but I think it's just too heavy for the ship. I mean, it is a bit of a nightmare because I'm going to look at it, and if I just hit it right, that's going to snap clean off. And there is the Nebula class, the USS Bonchune NCC-70915, 70915. I can't even read, it's right in front of me. Yeah, it is a bit of a, like I said, it's a lot of weight in there. It's a lot of weight, you know. I wish I had the normal Nebula class to show you the, Sorry, I'm just gonna, oh shit. See what I mean? I just touched it and it fucking fell off. And there's the usual flare underneath, Nebula class. 2017. Yeah. It's just, and I'm really worried. Sorry, I'm just doing this slightly unprofessionally here. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a beautiful shape, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely stunning. It's just the stand worries me. Let's see if I can get an undershot view. There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, let's see if I can just zoom it out just a bit. Yeah, it's a lovely ship, and it's just a shame about the stand. It really is. So, if you like what I do, why not like, share, and subscribe? If you're not a subscriber, thank you for watching, but why not consider subscribing? I try to get videos out at least once a week, depending on work, that is. If you really like what I do, why not check out my Patreons? Like I said, this was a gift from my Patreon, Ian Swift. So again, thank you, sir. Thank you. And if any of you like to donate, please get in touch. My email address will be in the description below, and you can, message me and we'll sort it out. So check out my other Star Trek reviews, which will be down in the corner here, and I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.